Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Hello, everybody. I am not going to be on here long. We're going to make this short and sweet. One thing before we get started, Wrestle Eats is up. If you want to watch it, go on over there and watch it once the show is over. I tried to make that episode, the first episode, as decent as possible. So go on over there and look at it and let me know what you want me to fix, what you want me to change, what you want to see in the next episode, all that good stuff in the comments, okay? Let's get back to Monday Night Raw. The show started off with CM Punk and AJ Styles. AJ Styles came out there to essentially let everyone know why he was retiring and how it was no slight to the fans or to anyone who is a fan of him. He just was doing what he thought was best. He wanted to go out on his own terms, and this is the best way he knew how. CM Punk came out and said that, this could have been done in a different way. You didn't have to give Gunther this match, and you could be facing off against me. There was some sparring back and forth. This led to a main event match. Excuse me. Thank you, baby. That was scheduled to happen later on in the night for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk will put his title on the line against the phenomenal AJ Styles. Pretty decent setup, right? We were all happy. Everybody was living their best lives. Now, as the night progressed, there were some things that happened. Natalya decided to break her silence as to why she screwed Maxine out of getting her title back. The reality is, I don't care. A lot of people are interested in Natty and this whole new run of hers. I have yet to see anything different from what Natalya would bring to the table, whether she was a heel or a face. So she's coming out there with her hair braided back and she's being relentless, calling people pathetic, whatever. I truly don't care. I didn't care when she was cutting the promo, and I don't care now. I'll give it a chance though, but I'm just not interested in what she's got to say. Really. Honestly, truly. Hello, Lady Gates. How are you? Live was the night before Christmas. Hey, how you doing? All right. So, if you care, she was talking about it. I'll just tell you to look the clip up for yourself. To me, it didn't do anything for me. It didn't resonate with me. So it is what it is. Now, and Brian Breaker and Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce had this long ass segment for nothing. I'm just gonna be 1,000% honest with you. It really didn't do anything in terms of changing anything. It just went back to the way that things were. Braun Breaker was in the ring after Paul Heyman had politicked, cut through the bureaucratic tape, and did everything he wanted to do to make sure that Adam Pearce's hands were tied. And of course, Adam Pearce relented and did what he always does, which is gave them all of the power that they needed to be able to continue to move the way that they did. Now, Paul Heyman not only reinstated Braun Breaker, which I thought was a good idea to keep his ass out, but whatever. He also put him in the Royal Rumble along with the rest of the Vision. This was not a was an odd situation to do. I don't understand the idea of it, but to me, one of two things is going to happen. Either all of them are going to work together, which we did end up seeing at the end, that they all agreed that this was Braun Breaker's time and they would work together to giving Braun Breaker this opportunity. And if that meant throwing themselves out as well as the other 26 men in that match, then so be it. Now, they either going to do it that way, or Logan Paul or Austin Theory is going to get whiff of possibly winning, and they're going to renege on doing this little plan with Braun Breaker. Either way, it seems as though they're on the same page and everything is right in the Vision camp for now. Now, I'm not interested, but of course they're going to continue to put it out there. Hello, Brianna. How are you? Hello, Jay Witt. Hi. Babes, I can't explain it to you. The only thing I can say is that he figured they would eat each other alive inside the Royal Rumble because the Rumble is unpredictable. And that's the only fail safe he has, is that they would eat each other up inside the Rumble. Other than that, this whole segment was unnecessary. Quite frankly, it could have been pre-filmed like a skit, the way that they did Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre's situation with Nick Aldis. All of that could have been pre-filmed, in my opinion. There was no reason for you to take up almost 15 minutes of Monday Night Raw so we could watch Pierce get bitched out again on television while Braun Breaker looks like he revealed him a new version of. It just pissed me off. He came out there dressed like a hobo and then he pulled the hoodie off his face like it meant something. And I was just like, nigga, we knew it was you. Like, you didn't come in the ring with a mask on and was like, this is Braun Breaker. Bitch, we knew who you were. Like, it's little subtle things that bother me. So I'm sorry. I am sorry if that annoys you. Hold on. Gunther was there. Gunther had an interview with Michael Cole, and he decided to insult Michael and insult everybody else like he always does about him taking out legends. He says the reason why he's doing it is because he's tired of them taking up his space. And I was like, well, Gunther, let's look at how old you are. Okay, let's look it up. Let's look it up, babe. You're 38, love. If my timing is correct, you ain't too far behind. Okay. So while you're worrying about whether they're taking up your time, you need to be worrying about the younger ones coming in to take up your time. You're hyper fixated on the OGs, but your problem is you're an OG too, bitch. Like, what the fuck? What do you think you are? That would have been my question, because Michael better than me. I would have told Gunther straight up, I don't wrestle. That's not my job. I call the matches straight down the middle. Am I biased sometimes? Yeah, because I get involved and I'm emotional when it comes to this show. But as far as I'm concerned, and I can count 1, 2, 3, you don't have that many years left on in your career either. And while you're so worried about people taking up space, you forget that just like you came in and was sweeping through everybody else, there's going to be somebody else that's going to come in and sweep your ass out too. And I don't mind my job being replaced because I solidified my legacy. I don't have to worry about whether the voice of WWE is going to shift and change, because no matter what, I've solidified myself in WWE. I could sit here till I'm 70 doing this shit as long as I'm cognitive. My heart don't go out and I'm in good health. I could sit around and do this for another 20 years. You, on the other hand, can't. So you need to be focusing on things that you can control, not worrying about my motherfucking job. You feel what I'm saying? But Michael, he just sat there, didn't say nothing. But like I said, he better than me because I would have been on his ass. I would have been on his ass. Hold on, I said not that pissed me off. No, that pissed me off. It just was too much. It was unnecessary. It really was unnecessary. Who's acting black? What are you talking about? I said the exact same thing. Like, that's not eclectic. Eclectic is crazy. I wanted to watch, but my dad judges me saying it's fake. Oh, babes, listen. You don't have to watch it with your father. Watch it by yourself. Enjoy it by yourself. I'm sure he has that same sentiment when he's watching any type of movie or television show, which wrestling is a TV show. So just watch it and enjoy it for yourself. Any whoosies. Let's move on from Gunther. Okay. And there was a match with the girls tag team, 6-woman tag team match. Belle, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer. They went up against the Judgment Day. Judgment Day lost. I really, there's nothing else to say. Raquel left screaming through the halls looking for Pierce. I don't understand the logic of it. I was confused because I'm like, why are you running through the hallway screaming for Pierce? For what? You lost clean. That was your fault, babes. Um, she then got attacked by Stephanie. Stephanie took her out, and Stephanie went to Pierce and requested a match for the championship, and it's gonna be after the Royal Rumble. So next week on Monday Night Raw, Stephanie's gonna face off against Raquel for the women's championship. Okay. Now there was also a fatal 4-way tag team match tonight. Let me see if I can pull this shit up so it could be right. That's the wrong picture. That's definitely the wrong picture. That's the wrong picture too. Child, I'm all over the place. Anyways, the Fatal 4-way tag team consisted of American Made, American Alpha, New Day, and who was the other team? Oh, El Grande Americanos team. The Americanos. Decent match, took a pretty decent chunk of time. Ultimately, American Alpha was able to win. I'm not gonna lie, I wish the Creeds would have won to get that W. I really need to see them shine because they have not been used properly since they've been brought up to the main roster. And I feel really bad for them because they did so well in NXT and they could have been great on the main roster had they been given the chance. I think pairing them with Chad was a good idea, but they should have given Chad Gable the title and then let the Creeds get the tag team championships. And they could have been facing off against Judgment Day, kind of keeping Judgment Day busy for a little while, pulling them out of main event title scene for a minute. And then you could have had something going. But I don't think they thought everything through when it came to American Made and everything that they had going. But my day was fine. Thank you for asking. But all in all, I'm glad American Alpha is getting a title shot against the tag team champs. Hopefully, by the time they get back from Riyadh, everything will be fine. There were some travel issues with the superstars, but I think Jimmy stayed behind when it came to um, this last leg of the travel for the European tour and going to Canada. I think he stayed behind because obviously Naomi's pregnant and he didn't want to miss anything in case she needed anything or whatever. I can't say for sure why she stayed behind, but I'm assuming that that's why he stayed behind. Either that or he had travel issues. Either way, he has not been with Jay this entire month of January. It's been pretty much Jay Uso all on his own for the last month. And they've been tag team champions for a whole month. So it's pretty interesting. Anyways, now let's get to the interesting part. Nope. They only think some things through, okay? Child. Let's get to the interesting part. Finn Balor found CM Punk in the back and basically went up to him and said, listen, last week you and I had a really good match in my hometown and you gave me my flowers in the ring, which you didn't have to do. And you let me soak all of that in and enjoy it. He said, things didn't go my way, but you allowed me to have my moment. And I didn't thank you at the time, but I'm here to say thank you now. And he did tell him thank you. And CM Punk was like, look, with everybody retiring, the guys that are of our class, you and I are the last of our breed, and you running around with Judgment Day ain't gonna cut it. Okay, you got too much going on for you to be running behind Judgment Day and doing all of this bullshit. You need to cut them loose and reestablish who you are. And then maybe down the line, you and I will go back and revisit this. I'll see you when I see you. So he left, and Finn looked like he understood. Problem is, there is a little Batmite by the name of Liv Morgan who is very much in somebody else's business. Now, let me be very clear. When Liv Morgan was getting her ass whooped and was out there doing the most to get that championship, Finn was her biggest cheerleader. Now, I will say, he did instigate and involve himself when he needed to. He was the reason why Liv Morgan joined the Judgment Day in the first place, because he felt that Rhea and Damian had outlived their welcome. Okay. And he wanted to restructure the Judgment Day in his image. However, the Judgment Day ended up being restructured in Liv Morgan's image, and he still was placed on the back burner. I don't think Finn Balor really gets it, but I don't think that he'll understand until after he loses to CM Punk again that being in the Judgment Day and being champion ain't gonna work for him. Now, don't get me wrong. I know what Finn Balor is capable of. I know what he can do. But if he keeps going at the rate he's going, he's gonna forever be losing. Now, this can work out one of two ways. They could very well let Finn go back up against Punk, which is probably going to happen, and Finn wins and becomes champion. And then he'll be right in the same shoes as his predecessor or his counterpart, Damian Priest, was not too long ago, making all the decisions, changing things, talking to people because he's the guy. And all of a sudden, it's going to be, well, we don't have any leaders and you're supposed to be this and da 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 da, because he's more than likely going to be the only other person outside of Dom with a title, right? And then the situation is going to be, oh, Finn, you changed. Or Finn Balor's going to lose again when it comes to CM Punk, and they're going to say he's a loser and literally kick him out of the mat, out of the group. The way that Judgment Day operates, you only get battle tested a few times. And the way Liv Morgan has been operating since she came back is very much, I'm going to ignore everything that's been happening over the last 9 months, pretend like I was just gone and everybody was living their life and waiting for me to come back. And she hasn't said anything to anybody. Okay? She ain't said nothing to Raquel about how she been crashing out every 2 seconds. She ain't said nothing about her man running around here slowly but surely and, talking to Roxanne, giving Roxanne all types of love and shit. Ain't said a damn thing. So I'm hoping that all of this is a catalyst for Judgment Day to implode, because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's to the point where it's just not interesting anymore. It's just not interesting. Yeah, she's finishing up her pregnancy. I think she just hit 9 months. Yeah. So Jimmy's probably at home just in case she might go into labor. He'll be there. Okay. So this was the conversation they had. It was pretty much cool. You cool. I'm cool. I see you when I see you. I bet. But Liv Morgan got in his head talking about some. I heard CM Punk. You really think CM Punk got your back like we do? I don't think y'all got his back at all, because when he was out there wrestling, it's very strange to me. When Finn goes out there to wrestle for titles, there's nobody. Nobody is coming out there to help. Y'all all was there when Damien used to wrestle. Y'all all were there. When Dom was going up against John Cena, even your ass came back to help fucking live. So my problem is, where the fuck was y'all antennas at last week? Where was Big Dumbass at last week? Hmm? Hmm? Where was Roxanne and the Pop Rocks at last week? Where was your Oblivion at last week? If it's all for one and one for all, where were you, street trash? Where were you? Hmm. Interesting. Anyways, she basically told him, you just gonna listen to him and you gonna do whatever he says. She was like, you just gonna go out there and do that, and we're supposed to be your family. And he was like, it's more complicated than what you think. You gotta let me figure this out. And I was like, you need to mind your fucking business. That's what you need to be doing. Because you need to be more focused on the fact that y'all just lost twice to Rio. Not once, twice. And you still cheated. You cheated and you still lost. Now, if this was Finn, when Finn was back there and was playing video games and shit, you was on his ass. You was treating him like he wasn't shit. You have lost twice. One opportunity to claim at least to claim a win over the tag team champions, and then one opportunity to actually regain the championships. You lost both times. And one of them you cheated. So you need to be reevaluating your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing, not worrying about what the fuck Finn Balor got going on and what he's doing. Y'all are in two separate divisions. What does his business have to do with yours? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Now, AJ Styles and CM Punk had their match. Everything seemed to be going smooth until Finn came out there and attacked CM Punk. The match ended in disqualification and Punk was laid out. And that's how the show went off. It's a disappointing Raw for it to end in Saudi Arabia, which leads me to believe that Saudi Arabia is about to be on some bullshit. It just does. I know Liv's still feeling that boot from Saturday. Girl went straight to her face. Ugh. Anyways, we have just got wind that Open Febby will be in the Royal Rumble. Now, let me tell y'all another reason why Finn Balor attacked CM Punk. Finn Balor was gonna go to do it the right way. He went to Pierce, told Pierce, I want to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm declaring. Pierce told him, you can't, ain't no more slots. Now I'm like, hold on. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to count. How many fucking people have declared for the Rumble, even though there's a few surprises? I'm like, what do you mean there's no more slots? What do you mean? Pierce said, ain't no more slots. You waited too late. It's over with. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, you cannot be dead ass. Are you dead ass? You're like, I'm sorry, but you're not getting in this year's Royal Rumble. And I'm like, oh, bitch, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, see, it went off with Punk being attacked by Finn. You should have. I mean, that's another thing too. We'll get to the Royal Rumble in a minute. You should have had that set up. So after it was over, CM Punk demanded a match with Finn, and Finn and Punk would wrestle in Riyadh for the championship, right? He's a fighting champion, he'll be fine. Whether he wins or loses is irrelevant to me. They just have the match. Now, I don't know where this is gonna lead, but I do think that having Finn circle that title is a very good idea. I'm just curious as to where he'll land when Seth returns and they still have Braun Breaker slowly working his way up to that championship too. So we'll see. And they done did this stadium fast, but I also see it's outdoors. They put that stadium up real quick. I don't know what type of builders they got over there in Saudi Arabia, but bitch, them hoes is Superman. It took 2 weeks to put that damn stadium up. Okay, I hope it's as sturdy as it need to be, because I would hate to be sitting up in the nosebleeds and your ass end up on the ground level. You know what I'm saying, Jared? Mm-hmm. 2 weeks to put up a whole stadium, child. How is Naomi's pregnancy almost over? I thought she was due in April, January, February, March, April, May. April. January, February, March, April. She doing 3 months. That's almost over, dude. Like, that's 3 months from now. Like, bitch, I had to count. January, February, March. It's 3 to 4 months from now. Like, that's that's almost over, babe. I thought she was due in March. She said that in her stories one of these days. Either way, she's like maybe 4 months out max from her pregnancy being over. Yes. Sometimes baby people go into labor early. You never know. So I wouldn't want to be away from my wife either and she pregnant. Not for no whole month almost. That's what I'm saying, Lady Gates. Like, how many other people is in this fucking match? Like, who else is in there besides Chris Jericho? Which we all know Chris Jericho's gonna be in it. My Steiner is failing me right now because there was room for him to get in. Ugh, they being rude. They're being so rude. This makes me think AJ is gonna win this match and they run that match back. You know what? I hope he does. I don't want his legacy to end by Gunther in that way. And I want him to go out on his own terms. Like John Cena chose to go out that way. AJ was kind of goaded into it. So I'm not really the biggest fan of that. And I really want him to decide how he will end his career, not decide by Gunther standards. She was 3 months in July. I think Liv is winning the Royal Rumble or Bianca. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. They give it to Liv, it's fine. Whatever. He can add Finn into the Rumble. He being petty, whoever on the phone. I don't know. But they decided not to. So, we got some new matches that have been set for the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre is officially facing off against Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. Lord knows I would love for Sami to win, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he won't. And I believe it's going to be not entirely Sami's fault. Let's put it that way. Gunther is facing off against AJ Styles. This is go anyway. I am hoping that it goes in AJ Styles' favor because, like I said, I want AJ Styles to go out on his own terms, not on Gunther's. Then we have the Men's Royal Rumble. This is set up for just about anybody. Braun Breaker is a favorite. Penna is a favorite. When LA Knight returns, which he's supposed to come back at the Rumble, he is a favorite. Jacob Fatu is a massive favorite to win this. And there's set to be some surprises for the Royal Rumble. I don't think Cody's going to win the Royal Rumble this year. I'm hoping that he doesn't. I hate to say that. Cody, I'm sorry, but I really don't want you to win. I'm sorry. And then you got the women's Royal Rumble. I also believe that Liv Morgan is gonna win the Rumble, but like this could be anybody's bag. You know, you could give this to a new up and comer like Roxanne. You got so many other people that this could be given to. You can give this opportunity to Bliss. Bliss hasn't had a true title run or title shot in years. You can reinvigorate a lot of things with Alexa Bliss. You could give that title shot to her. I'm pretty sure Tiffany Stratton's going to return at the Rumble. I'm hoping Bianca Belair returns at the Rumble. I'm interested in seeing how this is all going to play out. Ooh, child. Now he can steal a spot. I hate when they announce most of the Rumble participants. I don't know why you're so mad about that. I really don't understand it. You already know they're going to be in the match. Announcing the Rumble participants doesn't change anything. You don't know when they're coming in, and you don't know everybody that's going to be in it. It's okay to let people declare for the Rumble. I don't have a problem with that. Oof, if they give that to Roxanne, that's really going to blow up Judgment Day. Girl, catastrophic warfare, especially for Raquel. She running around calling herself Big Sexy and ain't got a sexy nowhere. Just back long as hell. But you know, treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Treat yourself. Okay. Anywhoosies, the Royal Rumble is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Do not forget, your ass is gonna wake up and want to watch it, and you're not gonna be able to watch it. Okay. The Royal Rumble comes on at 2 on Saturday. 2 o'clock. Okay. I love to see it though. That's crazy. Raquel about to lose at the Rumble and Monday in her title. That nap is gonna hit afterwards, ain't it? But y'all, that's it. That's all. I promise you on Wednesday we'll go over NXT very quickly, and then we'll go to get into Rumble conversation. Now tomorrow over on the Down for the Count podcast over here on YouTube, we are going to be talking about the Royal Rumble and giving our predictions. So make sure y'all stay tuned and look at and make sure y'all come over there tomorrow when we go live. Usually we go live about 8:30. So make sure you roll up over there, okay? Because we're gonna be talking about the Rumble and a few other things. But there are gonna be some debuts in the Rumble. Like I said, Obafemi is debuting, and of course, Roman Reigns has announced that he is going to be in the Rumble as well. It's a lot of combustible elements in this Royal Rumble this year. The Women's Royal Rumble is probably the most unsure I've been, but I'm gonna stick with Liv Morgan because I said a few weeks ago that I thought that she was gonna win. So I'm gonna stick with Liv Morgan, probably being the one to win the Rumble. Um the men's Royal Rumble is a wide array of uncertainty as well, which I kind of like because they can go in so many directions, you know. That's so many different ways that this can work out. And even if Braun Breaker doesn't win the Rumble, he has an opportunity to win in the Chamber. And that's another thing, right? If Sammy doesn't win in the Rumble, he also may have an opportunity to win in the Chamber. And this is where I believe the people really make or break, you know what I'm saying, Mania is the Chamber wins is what shapes up where Mania is headed. I don't get off until 2:30. Well, babes, you're gonna miss 30 minutes. More than likely, you're gonna miss the first 30 minutes of the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know what to tell you. Other than make sure your ass have your phone so you can watch it if you can watch it. If you can't, you can't. That's it. That's all. Okay. Now, do your girl a favor and go over to the Wrestle Eats video. It is currently up on the page right now. Run over there, go watch it, give it a like, and make sure you comment Tell me if you want me to have certain questions that you want me to read and give you answers to. If you want me to change the format, I definitely will do that. If you want to see me cook certain foods, you want to see certain things on the channel in terms of this particular segment, please let me know what you think. Give me your honest feedback on the first episode, because it took me forever to get it up and I had to do some changing to kind of get this to work out, you know? But let me know what you think. I am genuinely curious of what you guys think about this episode. And if it's worth keeping, I will keep doing it. Okay. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I do love and appreciate every single one of y'all for coming over here. Okay. Well, actually, I have to go to a car show, so I'm going to miss it. Oh, too bad, so sad, Suge. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Have fun at your car show, though. Okay. Make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. But don't forget to come back over here tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll be over here on Wednesday when we can talk about Rumble and have a nice little conversation and talk about life like we always do. On Tuesday, come over to Down for the Counts page and we'll do an in-depth thing about the Rumble and everything in between. We're going to talk about Evil leaving New Japan. He is supposed to be WWE bound. We're going to talk about all that good stuff, okay? And with all that being said, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget the Rumble is at 2. It is not at 8. It is at 2. Don't forget, okay? Okay. All right. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.